Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, I'm Tina. I'm a full-time reseller. Today we are at the warehouse. It is Sunday morning. I am just trying to clean up a little bit. I'm in my photo area right now, and I'm listing, or I'm not listing yet, but I'm photographing some Deathpile items. So let me show you what I'm working on. I am gonna pull a few orders just so I'm a little bit ahead on my shipping. I did a little bit of shipping yesterday, but I'm gonna do a little bit more today so I'm not as overwhelmed with it on Monday and I can do other things. So anyhow, this is what I am working on today. I want to clear this table off is what I want to do. And it looks like a bigger feat than it is when I'm looking through the camera lens, or the GoPro lens, I should say. It looks like holy moly. But yeah, I want to get this stuff either listed or in the donation pile or something to that effect. Like this has to go. So I was working over here earlier and cleaning up a little bit. Trying to organize, vacuum the floor, vacuum my whiteboard kind of thing, or my poly vinyl board, I guess you could call it, even though then I used it and got it all messed up again. So yeah, I want to clear this out. My initial idea was to use this for intake, for things that I needed to photograph and get listed. This kind of too. This stuff is stuff that started to get photographed, and then I was like, and it got pushed over here for some reason or another. Or there's supplies that I may need, such as little mini screwdrivers, these that I shove into like tall boots. I mean, it's a mess, and I need to get this cleaned up so I can once again try to use this as my processing table. Bring things in, get them lined up, ready to photograph, kind of like an assembly line. Of course, then things overflowed onto the floor. Oh boy. You know, things that I just kind of lost excitement about, I don't know. Anyhow, here are some of the things that I'm working on photographing. You know, it's not high dollar items by any means. These little salt and pepper shakers were sitting around for a while. Willie and Millie, they're like plastic. They have their bases in. This is just a Longaberger ornament. Baby's First Christmas 2007. I don't know if anyone's gonna want this. I tend to hate listing things that say Baby's First and then they're dated, because people usually really don't want these again. But this came out of, it was part of an auction lot that I purchased. I did not purchase the lot for this item, that's for sure, but I ended up stuck with it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to list it and see what happens. I mean, it is bleak. It's fine Irish porcelain here, so we'll see. We'll see if anybody wants it. Look, fine Irish porcelain that came from Home Goods. I cracked myself up. So these are Spode Blue Room, which I love Spode. I love Spode. I love Blue Room, and these, when I was initially going to list them, they weren't selling for a lot, and I pushed them to the side. But you know what? I am just going to get them listed. They do have a little pink wear to them. These are not going to sell for a lot, but they're going up in my store. Bohm. This particular company or artist or whatever makes this kind of stuff, but these are playing cards. Bohm porcelains, which I've had some pieces of that before, and I've never really had luck selling. Maybe I haven't found the right pieces. Anyway, again, I believe these came out of an auction lot. These are some playing cards. They're getting up on eBay. They're getting listed. Churchill, I don't know, this has seen better days, honestly, and cups and saucers are my least favorite part of dinnerware. I'm gonna see. I may not list these. And then these two little reindeer, these came out of a lot a long time ago. These are Westland. They actually, you push the button and they play music. They still play. I'm gonna list those together. I just photographed those. So they're getting listed together. I still have these. These are some Fenton fairy lamps that came out of a rummage sale. I got these super cheap, but they do have issues. I can't see where they are at the moment, but they do have some little nicks or whatever. I think I'm just going to list those today. I'm going to put those up in auction form for maybe $9.99 and see if anybody wants them. Like, this is just some blowout items. I have a bunch of these mugs in various locations of the warehouse, so I need to gather these up, get these listed. I have a couple Yankee candles. I was going to wait and see if I could find, I have like a Flowers in the Sun, and then I think this one over here. This one is Fresh Cut Roses. You know what? I was going to wait to see if I could find, you know, similar scents or whatever. You know what? I'm going to be waiting forever. I'm going to lot those together and I'm going to get those listed. Like, I'm clearing this table today. That's what I'm going to do. So, all right, guys. So yeah, I will work on this for a little bit and then I'll come back. I'll update you on my progress and we will pull some orders together. And yeah, I'm going to be here for just probably a few hours today. I do need to go home and get my workout in and do a few other things I didn't get done this morning because my daughter had a bunch of people sleeping over in the living room where all my workout stuff is and everything else. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work on this, guys, and I'll see you in a little bit. I'll let you know let you know how the progress is going. I don't know. All right, guys, so now it is a few hours later. I have drafted 35 items. I've inventoried some of it, but not all of it. And I did get my table cleared off. So I am excited about that. I still have a lot of work to do over in that area, but I got a really good jump start on it today. So I just have to finish these drafts later. I just have to put the photos in. All the photos are taken, drafts are done. Just need to add the photos and make the listings go live. So I do want to start pulling some orders because I do have to run home soon. So let's go over and take a look at the table and then we'll get into the order pulling. All right, so I have like really cleared a lot of space over here. I am super excited. I even got some stuff off the floor. So I do have to continue working on that. I need to go through that bin underneath there. I'm not even sure what all is in there. I do think there's a lot of like QVC clothes from that buyout that I did, quite a while ago. So yeah, I still have work that I have to do, but that is clean. This tape never came off from the label when I purchased the table. This table is not like super sturdy, but it does the job. I did get a couple things off of here, but that's going to be the next thing. And like I said, getting this stuff off the floor so I can actually walk right up to the table with no issue. But yeah, I definitely made some strides with this today. All right. So let's go pull one of the items that I need to ship. All right, so this actually took a little while. I've had this for, oh geez, I think over a year. And I believe I paid, actually I might have had it since the first year I was in this warehouse. I think I got it yard sale season of 2021. And I believe I paid like $5 or $10 for it. It is a chair gem. It is new in the box. And I had it listed for $129. Let's see what it looks like here. I had it listed. It's got instructional DVDs and whatnot. I had this listed for $129. I got an offer this morning for $120 plus shipping. This is large. This is heavy. This is going to go FedEx, but buyer did pay shipping. So yeah, this is the first thing that's headed out. All right, so I have another item already over here at my desk. Turn this light on. My desk needs to get cleaned up again too. It does not take me long to get messy, I will tell you that. So anyway, this I actually brought with me from my house. This was still at my house. It is a Chinese Zodiac, the snake, coffee mug cup. Sold for $12.99 plus shipping. This is the year of the snake. I'm actually year of the snake as well. 1977 is my birth year. So yeah, $12.99 plus shipping. I actually have a return in here that I have not even opened yet, and it sold. So I relisted it and it sold in 3 days. This is, let me open it, hold on. I wanted to open it without cutting it, and I did end up cutting just a little tiny sliver off the tip of the bag, but nothing crazy. So this is a Longaberger Proudly American liner for a cracker basket. The other buyer, I guess she didn't have the correct basket. She thought she had the cracker basket, but it ended up not fitting, so she sent it back. So yeah, that's going out again. All right, so we're here in the dinnerware room. I need to pull a mug. This mug was in my Deathpile. I just listed it maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it sold for $10. It is a Starbucks Valentine's mug. It's, well, I'll show it to you. Over here, little cubby 12, C12. You can see that. So yeah, as I said, this was in my Deathpile. Guess I wasn't super excited to list this, but I figured I better get it up because I knew that it would sell for Valentine's Day, and it did. All right, so next item is pretty cool. I went to an estate sale this past Friday, and there was no filming. You were not allowed to film or take any photos or anything. This house was in New Jersey. It was like almost a 7,000 square foot house. It was crazy. The previous owner actually had a carousel. I'm talking a life-size carousel in one of the rooms. It was just an entire room dedicated to this carousel, and then, like, you know, kind of decorating around that carousel with themed items, I guess. So it was so crazy. I so wanted to get a photo of it. I wanted to get a selfie with it. But I respected, you know, the wishes, of course, and I didn't take any photos or film or anything like that. But I did buy a bunch of Possible Dreams Santas. A couple of them ended up having missing pieces or broken. Only 2, actually. So it was a little bit of a disappointment, but it's all good. I'm still gonna make a really nice profit off of the stuff I purchased, and one of them sold right away for I took a best offer of $85 this morning, and I just listed it last night. So I had it listed for $99. Someone offered $85. I took it. I spent a total of $190 at this estate sale. I didn't really break it down as far as like item count and what I really paid for each item, because I also got a bag of flatware with like it's like 60 pieces, I believe. It's like a 12-piece place setting. So that I actually need to get listed tonight. But yeah, I got several Possible Dream Santas, and I got some 3 Danbury Mint Penn State kind of like figures or whatever. I still need to get those 3 listed. I got all the Santas listed. I just need to list the flatware and the Penn State stuff. But yeah, so I'm almost halfway to what I spent with just this one sale. So let's pull that real quick. It's actually right here, and she had this marked bathroom. She labeled every single box and the location of where she displayed the items. So that's why I was kind of shocked that she would kind of put the broken ones back in. I don't know, but one of them's in auction and it already has a bid. So anyway, this is a little doxy dog. I'll pop up the listing photo for you. because that will show you better than this little thing right here. But yeah, this one's gonna go FedEx, I believe, because it is large and heavy. Another sale I'm super stoked about is this bag right here. I purchased these back in, I believe it was June, and I think I spent $25 for all of these. These right here are Disney coins. $1 each. That's what they wanted for them. And I ended up getting them all for $25. I don't know, it's weird. It's like these coins and the cards. Disney Decades. That's what they are called. Disney Decades. I'm not sure. Let me see if it says how many I have here. 38. There's 38 of them. And they sold for $225 plus shipping. What an awesome sale. So excited about this sale. Let me see here. When did these come out? 2000. I believe it was in 2000. So these are about 23 years old. So yeah. All right. I'm going to take that over to the table and then we'll pull another item. I have another item that's got a story behind it and it's kind of funny. All right, so we're going over here to rack 11 and we are looking for 3 Crabtree and Evelyn spice jars. Now, if you guys are familiar with Crabtree and Evelyn, I'm trying to make it not blurry. Crabtree and Evelyn, I've never known them to sell spices. They're more of like, I know them for their hand creams, their lotions, and stuff of that nature, right? So I was over at a little church thrift. I was over at a little church thrift in New Jersey, and those spice jars were sitting on the shelf. They had no price. So I said to the lady, I said, how much are they? And she was like, oh, they're not priced. And she goes, oh, 25 cents a piece. So I'm like, okay, cool. They have that really cool look to them. Clearly they're vintage. And I figured there's probably not a lot out there. And I couldn't really find any, or maybe I found one, I forget. But after I looked them up later, but I did get home and I realized that these spice jars were not in the bag with the other stuff that I purchased. So I was like, oh, and this little place, this little thrift is only open for a few hours a day, 3 days a week. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to run back over and worry about it. It was 75 cents, whatever. So I went in there 3 weeks later and I said, you know what? Let me ask about these spice jars. At first, I wasn't going to because I'm like, what are the odds? It's 3 weeks later. They probably restocked them and sold them or whatever. But I said, you know what? I'm going to ask her. So I went up to the woman and I said, and she was actually the woman who checked me out and forgot to bag these, but she didn't remember me. But I said to her, I said, I was in here a few weeks ago. I purchased 3 little Crabtree and Evelyn spice jars. You priced them for me for $0.25 a piece. And, I paid with everything else, but they weren't in my bag. And I happened to glance over because she was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I happened to glance over a little bit to my left. And sure enough, there they were up on the shelf behind the desk, like where you pay. And I said, oh, there they are. Those are mine. And she pulled them down. They still had the 25 cent, sticker on that she put on after she priced them for me. So it was just so crazy. And this was like a couple weeks ago when I picked them up. They're now closed. They're closed for the month of February. But it was a couple weeks ago, the end of January, I went and got these when I stop back in the store. So anyhow, they sold for $20 plus shipping. Kind of neat. All right, so next item is over here. This was also a Deathpile listing, and I listed it last week and it sold. So over the summer, another reseller that I know purchased a lot of American Girl stuff. And basically as soon as he purchased it, he realized he did not want to deal with it. So he sold it to me pretty much in the middle of the road at a town-wide yard sale in Jersey. It was really kind of funny. So I put the stuff in my car, and I've kind of been sporadically listing it, and pretty much it's all pretty much all listed except for a few odds and ends, a few like random like clothing pieces I'm trying to match up and stuff like that. But anyway, so I listed this. This was a brass bed. This piece actually fell off, but that the sticks or the poles go into here, if you know what I mean. I have it sitting on stuff. So anyway, it is supposed to come apart, so it's going to be easier to ship that way. Now the only thing is, oh, and by the way, this is Samantha's bed. So the only thing is, this is missing the pillow. It's got like the comforter, it's got the little cushion, and it does have a little bend in it, which I also noted, but it's metal, so it should be able to be bent back. Also noted that in the listing. But yeah, so this ended up selling for $79 plus shipping. So yeah, another awesome Deathpile listing. And I believe I paid like $100 for the whole lot of stuff. And I've already sold, you know, some of the outfits, some of the dolls, and definitely way in the profit zone at this point. But yeah, that was definitely a nice Deathpile sale. So it really works, guys. List your Deathpile. And I'm really clapping myself on the back because I'm doing a good job getting this stuff listed lately. Or at least a better job than I used to do. Okay, let's pull another item. All right, so next item is in clothing bin C5. This shirt, the brand is called Le Coq Sportif. It's COQ. It's probably not pronounced that way. It sounds French. I don't know. You guys know me and my pronunciation. I'll pop it up on the screen. But anyhow, when I first saw this, and I actually saw this, I was at the bins in Jersey probably 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I didn't get a whole lot. I was there for about 2 hours, and I was just really feeling discouraged. And it was only my second time at this particular location. The first time I did really well. This time I was just kind of feeling discouraged. It was a Tuesday too, by the way. I just wasn't finding a whole lot. Like, they rotate quite a bit there at the Hackensack location. They're rotating like all the time. But like I said, I wasn't having any luck. So I only ended up spending like $20. Didn't even really get anything worthy of like a major haul, I didn't feel like. So, you know, but this was one of the items. So I probably have about maybe $1.50 into this shirt. But let's grab it here. I'm going to show it to you. When I first grabbed this out of the bin, I thought it was like some sort of knockoff. I really did. I said, what in the heck? What in the heck is this? Is this some kind of a knockoff? Like, this is the label. It is new with tags, by the way. Polo shirt. It is, yeah, it's from France. It's a French brand. Size medium. It's got this little logo here. And I ended up looking it up while I was in line waiting for one of the rotations. That's one thing you have to stand there forever in between rotations. But I did that. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that it was actually a legit brand that sold pretty well. So I listed it for something like in the 40s, I think. And I took an offer of $30. So not too shabby. It paid for the entire bins trip plus some. And I actually think I already sold a couple things from that trip Although I can't remember what it was. Like I said, I only got a handful of things. Nothing super crazy. All right, guys, we are going to pull one more item and I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to finish everything tomorrow because I need to get a move on and I still have things I need to do at home. So we're going into Banger's Box 143 and we are looking for American Girl Lainey's garden shorts and shoes. And these, I believe, also came out of that lot I was speaking of. That is a cheerleading outfit. That is not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. Here we have a Miracle Shedder. I almost said Shredder. All right, where is this? Oh, here we go. These are Lainey's shorts and her sandals. So, what did these sell for? Now I forget. Give me a second to check. All right, so this sold for $13, I believe, plus shipping. I'll pop it up on the screen. Alrighty, guys, so that is going to wrap up this video. I got a lot accomplished today, and I am super excited about it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed another video at the warehouse. Always a work in progress. But anyhow, if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that little bell button so you get notifications every time I upload. And until next time, bye.